What's happening, guys? This episode of So I Got a Corvette, I am working on the passenger side valve cover. Now, the valve cover gasket is what I'm after. It's what I'm replacing. In a previous video, I was complaining that it was leaking oil and burning it on the exhaust manifold, making me kind of look like a somebody that's running around with a vehicle that needs to be push, pull, drag, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I took the valve cover off. Now, if we refer to the factory service manual, the proper removal procedure, which can be found on 655, we are to remove the valve cover, disconnect the battery, remove the fuel rail cover, did that, remove the crankcase vent hose, which is this plastic tube that goes right into here. Be careful with that, because it is very fragile. It's not super fragile, it just, my youngest about broke it when he took it off. Anyway, remove the fuel rail cover studs. That is the doodads that screw in right here. And the reason why is because you want to be able to move this wire harness up. Okay? Now, the interesting thing is, well, let me take a quick detour real quick, because I do want to mention something about these rocker arms. Now, there was a recall on the 96 on these 96 G. I think it was the Grand Sport motors. I'm not sure if it was the LT1s as well that were affected, but the Grand Sports were definitely affected because they had these fancy rocker arms. So, on the original ones, they have a Chevy emblem stamped into them and a date code. I do have a couple original ones on that side, but on this side, you have no stamping, all right? And that means that the recall, they replaced all these and most all of them except for a few over there. Anyway, getting back to this here, remove the secondary air injection check valve pipe from the exhaust manifold. That is this doodad right here. I did not remove it. The valve cover pulls right out. All you got to do is pull it. Here, I'll just dry fit it in there, and that way you guys can see what I'm doing here. Kind of aim it down like that. Make sure everything's out of the way. Wiggle it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my goodness. Anyway, you get the idea, right? You pull it up, and it comes right up out of there. So you don't have to worry about it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that, because I didn't know that. And I thought that, you know, I'm sitting here looking at this, I'm like, oh, darn it, I gotta get that stupid gasket there. Not a problem. Don't have to. Don't gotta worry about it, because we aren't taking it off anyway. Anyway, guys, have you replaced the valve covers on your Corvette? Let me know how interesting of a time you had. Driver's side wasn't too bad. I had to take the alternator off and the alternator bracket and everything. It wasn't too bad. It was fairly simple and straightforward. This actually is really easy, and I was very surprised, and I was dreading taking that bolt off there, which it probably wouldn't have been too bad because I don't have too much oxidation, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.